This is not the first time Hardware Box has done this. It's been done before, guys. And back in the day when Matt used to own Hardware Box, things were a little different. So actually, then things were real. You could actually get the right information. After Steve came to Unboxed, then you got totally different perspective. Now, all these followers at a time, Hardware Box was one of the oldest there. And basically, people just go for it. So guys, if you want to see the real benchmarks, you always want to test it yourself, because AMD 9070 XT didn't get any improvement. And imagine if you were a regular guy and you're going in the store, and on the way to the store, you're looking at your phone, you're watching actually Steve unboxed video, and you're saying to yourself, well, I'm not gonna get a 5070 Ti, I'm gonna get a 9070 XT. And then when you get home, you find out that was all scam. How would you feel about it? So doing your own benchmarks is the way to go. You always want to do yourself, or you want to check like a smaller channels. Most Positive Review is one of them. SK Hynix is another one. You can always check TerraWare. You can check myself if you want to do XOC. But from my perspective, as an XOC, as running high Intel system overclocked, when I see Hardware Unboxed benchmarks, I laugh. I actually laugh because you can find so many mistakes and so many misleading benchmarks provided to the folks. Now, if you're looking at somebody big, if you don't trust small channels, that's absolutely fine. You got some bigger channels. Tech City, yes, Brian, this guy is just super great to begin with. He's got a great personality besides what he does. His channel is phenomenal. You can get a lot of information actually there if you just paying attention to what he says. And also then you have, you got a frame chaser, frame chaser is just a frame chaser, jokes. I actually fully support him in this video. I can call it out as it is. I have nothing to say against it. He's totally right, man. The guy's right. And for a lot of you, I don't care for what he charges for his product or what he charges for his overclock. That's his price. There you go. You either buy it or you don't buy it. Don't complain it. But anyways, basically the guys were right. I mean, both guys are right. $100 totally scammed you, and he didn't lie, but he scammed you. He didn't say the right way, and he misled you guys to actually buy 9070 XT. Now, when it comes to 9070 XT, would I ever own it? I would never personally own it. I'd rather get a 5070 Ti. But one purpose could be: did Hardware Box get AMD paycheck? That's possible. But check another thing like Tech Power, and Brian mentioned this. They haven't even checked their own benchmarks. They basically copy paste what Hardware Box said and put it in their article news. Good morning. It's like, okay, do these guys do any checks on their own? They don't. That just proves that right there. They share a lot of information between tech tubers. And here's another one. This is a funny one. Now, the Jesse from Power GPU, right? I was on X this morning, and he actually made a video how 9070 XT will give you better performance, and he was showing the Hardware Unboxed benchmarks. And Jesse's a great guy, great company. You want to buy a system, buy it from Power GPU guys. But then he got misled too. Then he misled you guys. So it's like a chain of reaction, right? Yeah, guys, let me play this for you.
The RX 970 series just got a boost in performance. So Hardware Unboxing decided to put the RX 970 XT back on their test bench to see how much it's improved since day of release. So fast forward a few months, and now we're seeing anywhere up to a 27% increase in performance. Just on Spider-Man Remastered, we saw a 27% uplift. On Counter-Strike 2, we're seeing a 23% uplift. At 4K, there was also an improvement, just not as much. The 5070 Ti and the 9070 XT are pretty close at 4K resolution. Here's the biggest difference, is the the price. You're seeing a 30% difference in price from the 9070 XT to the 5070 Ti. So this card is now becoming even more popular because of the latest drivers that just came out. Now we just have to wait and see what NVIDIA replies with when the supers come out.
Basically, zero performance gain from 9070 XT. Some games is probably minus 1%, and that's what you get. See, that's exactly, guys, what $100 did to you. So please take it with a grain of salt and watch after yourself, you know, do your own testing. Don't just believe everything you see on YouTube. Here's an actually thing. I did few benchmarks like Star Wars Outlaws and Star Wars, the older Star Wars, whatever that was called. And it was the same benchmark. It wasn't even supposed to be a CPU benchmark. It was supposed to be a GPU benchmark. Because why do you do CPU benchmark when there's no NPCs, right? It doesn't make any sense. So I done it, and the Intel actually had more FPS than his AMD system. Then I done Cyberpunk, Hogwarts Legacy, and all these other games. And then I came to a conclusion, is like, what is this guy talking about? Like, how do people cope with this? Like, are they lying to themselves? You know, it's bad. It's really bad. You guys need to open your eyes. All right, that would be it for this one. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one.